Yo. 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 Yo, yo, yo. What's up, boys? Aiden! This stream is going to be so peak. I'm already here. Brother, you were how early? My man was here 10 minutes early. What's up, dude? Jose, yes, sir. I'm here waiting. I enjoy my FC26 100% more with your grinds. Hey, appreciate it, brother. Glad you're enjoying, man. We got some more grinding today, boys. Lots of grinding today. Lots of packs today. Lots of making, lots of opening. Right off the rip, double league SBC, lib card, untradeable. You love to see it. Zane, what's up, buddy? I got an idea. I'm curious what you guys think. Can I ask a question? Yeah, what's up, buddy? What's good, brother? Dupay. Okay. Olay. Hey, bro, what's up? Not much, man. How you doing today, brother? Yo, if you guys are enjoying the stream so far, do me a favor, smack that like button, dudes. Subscribe if you're new. We're 2 libs in. Or a few packs in, too. What is the best way to defend? In EAFC? In Ultimate Team? I'm probably the last person to ask gameplay advice, brother. I would ask any other channel over me. Yeah, if you got a menu question, man, I'm more than willing to answer it. Gameplay. Yeah, brother. You might as well just pray at that point. It's like asking me how to touch grass. Brother, you're asking the wrong person. But no, there's a ton of guides out there. If you go to a lot of the YouTube pro players channels, they'll have like tutorials kind of like on how we do how to grind in SBC. They'll have it for it's like how to defend, how to attack, what formations to run. I'm Div 8 and struggling, brother. I'm probably Div 7 right now. Should I check what division I am? Yeah, honestly, just don't touch defenders. Let AI do all that stuff for you. Dude, this is becoming a daily occurrence on stream. If there was ever a ad for Pale Tools, it would be this. Go to last stream. I beg you, go to last stream. The first 10 minutes, I swear, it was 3 or 4 times we crashed while trying to open packs. We're less than 5 minutes in. We're 3 minutes in. We're already not able to open packs. It's such a joke, man. They don't do a good job? Who doesn't do a good job? The pro players channels? Dude, let me check. I haven't touched Div Rivals in ages. I haven't touched Div Rivals or Foot Champs since like, I feel like the 2nd week of the game. Does it drop you each season? Or Div 6? Yeah, we're Div 6, I guess. Had no idea, though. You could have told me I was Div 10, I would have believed you. Oh, the AI people? It might be your formation then, brother. Your tactics might be the issue. If you pick a good formation with good tactics, the defense should do like 99% of the work for you. More League SBC cards. W. Yours is in 442. I don't know what the meta is right now, but you can go to a bunch of different YouTube channels, bunch of different social media accounts, and we'll show you a code for the formation and the tactics that get auto-assigned to your team. Look at that, another lib. And a hypermotion player. How do you get so many coins? If you look in the description, we have a trading playlist of every single trading tip that's made us over 5 million coins so far this year. Another stud. Serie B card as well. W. And we're sitting on even more informs than we had before. We're currently up to 140. Yo! KF361 with the membership. Yo, let's see that mumbo emote in chat. Oh! 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 Cold! Speaking of informs, EA heard me say inform and said, you want one? We'll take that. Hey, appreciate your mother. Thanks, man. Double dupe. Dude, we're going to have like all walkouts and informs as our dupe storage pretty soon. Double loop there. Alright, 60 more. Yeah, I really like our silver lib and stud method. I like special cards. Our special card method. Those are probably my two favorite. Early on, silver common method. But you can kind of do that with any league, SBC league at this point. A lot of the league SBC leagues, you could probably bid 150 on the silver commons. And if they're going for 250 plus within the hour, probably double your coins and sell for 300 plus. How many, is anybody gonna save your 80 plus doubles? I'm debating getting rid of all my gold upgrades now and changing over to the 80 plus doubles. I'm also thinking of changing our grind once again. I know Thursday we get, hopefully, new league SBCs, whether it's a refresh of the same ones or whatever the case may be, but I might start doing a thing where we, during the week, make whatever the repeatable is, whether it's player picks, whether it's something we can save for Team of the Year, and then during the weekends we focus then more on, or wait, no, sorry, during the week, drop the premium altogether. So you know how I said I usually wait to do the premium until I can do 5 to 10 runs with the libs untradeable that I have, and in the meantime I'll put like all gold commons and gold rares into more gold upgrades or whatever the repeatable is. I think now logically what might be the best way to combine both of those is during the week, all premium mixed league golds, put those into gold upgrades and 80 plus doubles, make as many as you can, and then when the weekend comes, you'll have so many lib and suds ready to go, you can spam the premium mix at the start of a new promo. Save for Team of the Year already? Alrighty, what do you mean, brother? We're halfway through November. Where it's going to be Team of the Season or Team of the Year warm-up before long. This holiday season flies by, man. We're already up to a few hundred packs. So what are they to do the content SBC except the ones with the 85 teams? The question for you becomes if you're doing every other section. If you're doing the American one, if you're doing the, was it Africa one and then Asia Continental or something? If you're doing all those and you're getting all the other objectives done and you have every other squad done but the 85s, What reward do you get for finishing that? I can't remember. But you might as well at that point. Another lib. Let's go. Yeah, that's up to you, man. If you want those... I'm speaking on my butt right now. What even is the bonus objective for finishing it? You get the Festival of Football Captain's Evo. So that's important to you. If you want that, you should have plenty of fodder if you're doing a menu grind. Even if it doesn't feel worth it for that specific thing, just slowly get it done. I would do it for my club only for the packs. I don't care about the game anymore. I'm just doing menu grind at this point. Dude, literally, I can't... Outside of like doing Evos, which I'm in the process of doing some Evos right now, I just can't be bothered with gameplay, man. Doing BPM and club stocking at my club more, but see to be dropping in coins a bit, saving for Team of the Year, so only opening tradable packs. Do you recommend I flip more and club stock more to make more coins? Sure, yeah. I'd also, again, ask the question, when you're saying you seem to be losing more coins, are you losing more coins because you're club stocking more? And because you're club stocking more, you're doing more SBC runs without flipping as much? Does that seem to be the loss? Or do you seem to be going down more coins because you're getting more efficient at club stocking, so you're getting more and more players in your club? Because it's not a problem to get more and more players in your club. But if you're doing that, you got to understand the tradable value that you're putting into it still. And just because you stock in your club doesn't necessarily mean you have to use it either. You can sell those for profit as well. Like in our BPM guide from yesterday, if you guys are club stocking before you spam BPM, specifically with a lot of the ones that are like 300, 350 coins, like the Saudi League ones, if you're club stocking a lot of that stuff for under the buy now, not only is every single card in your club making you profit, every single card you're basically getting a dupe in BPM. So you're able to get those front end coins a lot faster. Bought Easy SBC Premium to not manually check player prices, but sadly all the silvers and bronze prices are wrong. They're never going to be accurate. They fluctuate too much. That's the issue with things like that. I'm curious to see how the SBC thing does for Pale Tools. They just came out with a new feature. I haven't tried it yet, though. Is it Easy SBC or something? Honestly, too, Kevin, how many coins are you on, brother? I'll make your life even easier for you if you want, like, the next level of the grind. How do you check your club for expensive players? Usually I know what players are up off of, like, daily SBCs or an idea of what to look for. Or if someone posts in, like, Discords that, like, hey, sold this player for 5K and they show a screenshot of it, we'll check our club to see if we have that player. SBC function is really nice, especially for puzzle SBCs and everything. It builds from your own club with your own cards. And you can also, like, I think they just added new features where you can use, like, only untradables or stuff like that. That honestly might be the best option for League SBCs, too. Like, if you can put in that sort of thing for League SBCs, gone will be the days of finding the exact filters to put in. 200k coins? Alright, so Kevin, what I want you to do, brother, we have, what, a few days until these go away, and most likely we'll get a copy and paste of these back. I want you to, while you're making a few League SBCs a day, if you want to club stock just a little bit, focus on really pushing for 500k to 1 mil. If you want to do like the Silver Lib and Sud daily fluctuation method, if you want to do some special card sniping out of packs with our special card method, things like that, really start moving those coins into the positive direction. Because what you're going to notice is the more coins you have, the harder it is to lose, especially when it comes to investments and bigger things happening. Someone might look at my coins and be like, yo, Mumbo's been doing these League SBC grinds. He had over 2 mil the other day I was in here, and now he's under 1.7 mil. He must be losing a lot doing League SBCs. But the reality is, I'm flipping so many special cards in the meantime, or club stocking so many special cards included in forms. We have so much value and so many coins we're making off of these that I could be extremely wasteful in every single area of League SBCs. I could probably make another 5 to 10 runs a day of just completely buying out everything, and that would cover the additional loss of those League SBCs. So once you get to the point where you can really start grinding, and really start making coins, you get best of both worlds. Because the club stocking and the flipping dupes and everything works great in theory, right? But it's limited to a certain extent. It's limited to the next tier where you're going to have to do higher end trading. You're not going to be able to pick a Saudi card up for 150 and flip it for like 5K consistently. And even if you can make profit on those Saudi League cards or those Bundesliga 2 Serie Bs, it's so low end that it works well, but that's everyone's starting point. There's going to be the most people there. So you're going to be fighting over like 100 coins per card. When there's going to be a lot of higher end methods. And by higher, I don't mean like anything super crazy. Like we're sniping special cards for 10.5 and bidding 10.25 and selling for like 11.5k to 12k. Or when it comes to those League SBC cards, we're bidding 150 or sniping for 200 and selling for like 300 plus. It's not crazy coins, but if you're doing that in bulk, it adds up. And then also too, the tradable silvers. I don't know what you guys are doing for League SBCs, but I've basically been holding all my tradable cards, gold, silvers. When we do the premium, we've been holding like the jumbo gold pack pull consumables and stuff like that. I probably have a crap ton of value in my club I haven't sold on yet. If I go to highest quick sell value, like we can just go through all my tradable cards in silvers alone. Like imagine this for something like Black Friday. We were stockpiled, ready to go. Investing for captain promo? Investing for the promo that's already going on? Huh? Pretty low on coins too, 125 to 150k, but I've been saving some tradable informs of stock for if they go up, but maybe I should go ahead and sell. Well, the reason I say that is informs are back down. So like now would be a great time to pick up more if you think they're going to go back up. So the reason having coins makes you more coins is if you only have like 100k, realistically, you pick up a few of these, you're out of most of your coins. And there's only so many coins you can make on a single inform. Works really well when you have hundreds of thousands or 1 million plus already. You can club stock these consistently. Like if I go to my squad specifically for special cards tradable, let's take a look at what we have currently. Highest quick sell value. Like this is all the stuff we got tradable. Just sit in the club. We had a bunch of informs we could have sold for 15k plus, but I'm holding them to see if they get to 20k by Black Friday. And if not, I might as well just wait till Team of the Year. If we get something like the 82 plus times 20 again, imagine the amount of coins we could make if informs basically go extinct again. Yeah, right now the lowest Team of the Weeks that are ever out are 83 rated. On the menus, the lowest untradeable you can get is an 81. These 80s should no longer exist at some point. So it's cool to just club stock them. Why should informs rise whenever they're needed for stuff, specifically repeatable stuff? So take last year for Black Friday. There's a lot of player SBCs. There's a lot of good content out that people wanted to complete. A lot of Flash SBCs as well. You name it. Bunch of stuff in the world. People only have a limited amount of time to get this stuff done. If there's a lot of informs that are needed throughout player SBCs, and there's more people using them than there is supply, there you go. A lot of times there's the best of during Black Friday as well. But then take like Team of the Year. Most people don't have packs saved for Team of the Year. But even if they do have packs saved for the Team of the Year, a lot of them don't have Team of the Weeks in them. So if they're doing some sort of repeatable SBC like an 82 plus times 20 that needs one every time through, there's going to be way more people using them than getting them. So just things like that. Plus, too, when we picked up our informs, we got them for basically discard price. So worst case scenario, if they never rose ever, we could quick sell them for the same price we got them for. Same thing kind of applies to a lot of the promo cards too that are out of packs. If you get them at the lowest bid price possible, you can quick sell it for basically the same price. So it really doesn't hurt to club stock that way. Icon SBCs, they need some. Those bigger player SBCs, they need some. And even if you're not doing the SBC yourself, let's say we get a third Mbappe or some really big player SBC, another lib untradeable again, by the way. Let's say we get another big SBC like that, and there's like 10 to 15 sections. There's guaranteed to be at least a few Team of the Weeks in there that are needed. And the higher rated, usually the better too. So it's like if you can get like 85, 86, 87, 88 rated informs, there's way less of those on the market. If they're needed for more than just the fact that it's an inform, but they're needed for rating too, there's less of them in general. Boom, they go up even more. Need to lay off League SBCs and just focus on getting my coin balance up before Black Friday and hold the informs. There's nothing wrong with doing League SBCs at the same time too, but like what I'm trying to teach you guys, and this is where I want to apologize because I feel like I do a little bit of a disservice when I tell you how much I grind, is I don't think you guys truly understand the extent that is we grind. Most days we're doing, on the low end, like 10 to 15 runs. Good days we're doing like 25 to 30. And if you guys were just going to buy out 25 to 30 runs, there is no way your coins are going to be able to match that. But with the amount of BPM we spam, with the amount of untradeable packs you're seeing me open, getting players where we're not spending another additional coin, all the bronzes in my club I'm going to sell for pure profit, all the libs and suds, all the League One air... Informs, promo cards, you name it. BPM OP, baby. Bronze upgrade OP. All that being said, what I was trying to get at is the grind works, but the level I'm grinding, the equivalent for you guys might be like 2 to 3 runs a day. So if you guys are in that position where you're struggling with coins, or you're not wanting to lose coins, or you're wanting your coins to go up while you do them, slowly work your way up. Maybe start with as basic as 1 a day. Start with 1 a day. Start bidding on Saudi players, start bidding on Romanian players. Those 2 leagues. Maybe you store all the Saudi league ones and you sell all the Romanian ones. You flip them for profit. Boom. You just paid for the Saudi ones in your club. Do that for the other sections. Do that once a day. Sell everything on for pure profit. You're making coins and packs at the same time. And then work your way up. Where I hope things don't get lost in translation, but will always do to a certain extent, is like how far you can take the grind. I'm now to the point where I have 5 million coins, so I can do a lot more things with my coins. I can make a lot more runs of these in advance. I can hold a lot of my silvers. I can hold a lot of my golds. I don't need those coins back right away because I know I can sell them later for more. Or even if I went in and quick sold them, I'd still have probably hundreds of thousands of more coins we're making. Like, all that still applies to every person, but the more you do it, the more you benefit. Like, if you had, for example, right now we have over 100 gold upgrades. If you made a few gold upgrades right now, most of you guys would not pack anything higher than maybe an 83 rated. Maybe one of you would get lucky and get a walkout. But we have like 115 gold upgrades right now. If I started opening my gold upgrades, which we're going to do in a minute, and we're going to transition to making 80 plus double upgrades from them, I'll probably open a gold upgrade, get a good promo card, and I'll probably get multiple walkouts. And people are going to be in here being like, dang, are gold upgrades that good? In general, they're a great thing to grind for sure. But like 1-to-1, gold upgrades aren't going to pack you anything crazy just on a single one. It's the repetitive spam of them eventually gets you something. Can you get soft banned for compare price? I don't think so. I don't think that's ever been a thing. Just going to check my club manually now because I have nothing else to do anyways. I would go to the SBCs on the menu. So the way I would do it, if you want to make it a little bit easier for yourself, I did crash a little bit. Was it 2 days ago when we were doing this for the Africa SBC? But if you went to, like, let's say the new one that came out, Asia and Oceania, I would do this. There's New Zealand here. If you want to do the SBC yourself or sell things on, you can do both at the same time. Same thing kind of applies with how we do League SBCs. So it's like, if I have New Zealand, let's check what I have here. Let's do untradables first. So I have all these tradable. I don't think we have a single untradable New Zealand card. So these maybe go for 300 coins. So what you can do in this case, if I don't have a single untradable, but I want to use one, I might compare price on these to see if any of them are crazy higher than the other ones. And if so, we'll sell those before anything else. So like the silvers might be like 500 plus, potentially. But we don't know. Looks like everything's 300 plus. If we go to this one. Yeah, maybe I get another 50 coins out of it. This one maybe 400. We'll do 350. This game's broken, man. This game's literally broken. EA, please, as someone who loves your menus, do not force me to do Pale Tools full time. I'm one of the final people left that actually enjoys slowing down a bit and doing things in the menus, but your menus are so broken that's counterintuitive because the time that you lose crashing alone, you could be doing so much on Pale Tools in between, but the time it takes to make a pack, open a pack, grind a pack, infinitely faster on Pale Tools. There's basically zero reason to do anything on console anymore. That should be a sign to improve it, not just leave it there. So dumb, man. Is the 2x80 I saw on... Yeah, it's repeatable. It's repeatable till Friday. And then it's gone. You can make unlimited. So what I'm going to do is we're going to make... We're going to test something. I'm going to turn all my premium mixed league cards that I have in my club on tradable golds into more gold upgrades and into the gold rares into the 80 plus doubles. So we're going to see how many we can build up to by Friday. And then in the meantime, to get a bunch of lib and suds untradable, so we can do like maybe 15 to 20 League SBC runs right away when it goes away. What's the best way to grind them? I'm going to be taking our mixed league grind. We have plenty of videos on the channel if you're not familiar with it. And I'm going to attempt to stop doing the premium during the week. In the past few days, we've been saying how I would spam it to build up like 5 to 10 maybe runs of the premium mix and then go back to the premium mix. But in the meantime, as you're building up those lib and suds, use all those golds untradable into gold upgrades and whatever the repeatable is. That's what we're going to do, and that's what we're going to test. So all the gold upgrades we have, we're going to open those, turn those into 80 plus doubles. All the League SBC premium cards we have in the club, we're going to turn those into gold upgrades and doubles. We're going to see if we can build the 100 plus by Friday. And then we go back to the premium on Friday with a crap ton of lib and suds ready to go. I'm talking, I hope we have basically every silver untradable. I hope we have a bunch of bronzes untradable. I hope we have a bunch of golds untradable. And I hope our dupe storage is just filled to the brim with a ton of them too. So let's do that. Let us start opening these. We have 115. Let me build another one real quick so this goes to the front of the line, so it's easier to open. Besides the daily upgrades, yeah, you can include the daily upgrades in that grind we just mentioned, but you don't even need the dailies for a mixed grind. Alright, so I'm going to try as best as I can to save our mixed cards still. Like all the MLS, Championship, Hypermotion, Bundesliga 2. We'll try not to use any of those. I'm just wondering, isn't this method like converting coins into untradeable packs? Can you define what you mean by that specifically? I think I understand what you're trying to say, but I don't think you understand it might apply to everything. What in particular are you making coins into untradeable packs? Because that same argument, I would argue the opposite and say you're also making untradables into tradable coins by tradable packs. Doing SBCs with easy SBC function literally is insane. Worth the money, in my opinion, if you're doing non-stop menu grind. Pale Tools just added something for free that's very similar. And people have been saying it's been really good so far. All right, 84 and 82. Nice. You're investing in BPM and then make untradeable packs with upgrades / mixed leagues. Yep, but while you're doing the mixed league, not only are you getting more packs, including some tradable packs that you can get coins back from, you're getting untradeable packs that you can put back into tradable packs to turn untradables into more liquid coins. You also have the ability to sell at any point any tradable card in your club from League SBCs to make more coins on. And with BPM in general, every pack, you're essentially making more coins long term than the pack is worth. And if you're understanding how to get that value out of it, you're going up in coins over time in the long run. So yes, you're technically correct. You're putting coins into BPM and turning them into untradables. But you also have a bunch of tradable bronzes in your club that have insane value if you know how to sell them and when to sell them and how to rinse them into upgrades. Not to mention the amount of fodder, promo cards, for some people, potentially Team of the Years, they're going to be packing in the process. Foot Genie is another SBC solver. It's free up to 10 SBCs a day. It works pretty well. I've been using it for weeks. Eventually, it's going to hit a place where EA is literally going to have to come up with their own version. Like, I try to give EA ideas if they want to listen, but they just don't listen. Well, if Pale Tools version is just as good, I'll use Pale Tools. If you haven't tried the new version of Pale Tools, highly recommend trying the extension out. It's already working, and they're adding new features to it too, to use like only untradables and things like that. Walkout already from gold upgrades. But Albatrez, does that make sense what I'm saying, buddy? Like, does my logic make sense for what I'm saying? Like, to your point? Alright, then we're going to turn all these gold rares into 80 plus doubles. Mobile, I have an enhancer for SBC. Is it good enough? OG? She used Pale Tools? I only use Pale Tools, so I can't speak to the other ones. No problem, buddy. Jacobs. Also, too, this might be a stupid thing to say because it might be extremely obvious, but because last week you needed 6 golds and all of them to be rare, a lot of people are going to assume the same thing this week. If you guys are doing the 80 plus double, you can use 1 gold common. It's really weird to do it that way. Like, it slows you down a bit unless you're using like a Pale Tools thing to auto submit, but you can put in a gold common. Yes, it just really seems hard for me to remember everything. Like, I get untradeable players have their own value as well, but I'm still not sure if it's worth the time and money to spend on it. I guess let me ask you the question. Oh, yeah, no, nothing against me, obviously. I know. I didn't take it that way. I was just wanting to know your familiarity with, like, how we grind the menus, because it may be different than what you're used to. Have you seen any of our grind videos, in particular the mixed one? Because that kind of lays the foundation to more of what we're saying with the club stock, having players of tradable value and untradeable value. The way we run our club, we could essentially do 5+ runs of the mix a day for pure profit just from the amount of players we put in our club. And the ones we don't use, we could sell every single one that we got under the buy now for coin benefit. Or coin profit by the end of it. That's because we put way more in than we ever use, and that's why we're always kind of club stock. Same with like a silver lib and sud method. If you use our silver lib and sud method, most days, earlier in the morning, like 3, 4, 5 hours before new content, they're usually somewhere between 300 to 500 coins cheaper than 4 to 5 hours after new content. And most days there's that fluctuation, and can make most people in our community hundreds of thousands of coins a day if you're doing it properly. So like things like that, the power of club stocking in that sense, whether you're doing the premium mix, whether you're doing the mix, whether it's strictly just to make coins, whether it's to save coins by getting things for cheaper for the SBC, that it costs less per run, like whatever way you want to look at it, there's a lot of shortcuts. They added the option to ignore important nations on Smart Builder now. It was not there the first day it came out. It's kind of good now. Packing untradeable duplicate of expensive silver is annoying. It's a good problem to have, right? Really frustrating to be this low on coins. Tried buying gold libs and it turned out to be a crap investment. Are you not flipping them or are you investing in them? Have a look at it this way. Spamming packs can get you cards you might never be able to afford. Like I have 150k liquid, but my team is untradables and worth about 2.2 million coins. Yeah. The value of the mix alone, the value of stuff you get back is infinitely worth more than you're really spending. Same with like BPM. No one argues with the value that you're getting from BPM. It's the liquid coins back. And how often to sell stuff. That's the main thing. Can't lie, really struggling for motivation to do anything on the game at this point. League SBCs aren't worth it anymore due to not wanting to play actual matches. I need some motivation. Honestly, I'm going to give you kind of the opposite of what I just said. Do as limited stuff as possible of what you enjoy and don't worry about the rest of the grind. The main thing you should be doing when you get on this game is to have fun. It shouldn't feel like a chore. Getting in there and doing every single Evo, playing all the squad battle games, doing your div rivals when gameplay's not fun, doing foot champs to get mediocre rewards, that's going to burn you out and you're not going to enjoy anything. Find a very niche specific grind, whether that's gameplay, whether that's menus, whether it's a mix of the both of them, where when you get on the game, it actually excites you and it makes you feel like it's potentially worth it. So like an example of this could be, now that we're getting into World Cup qualifying, and teams are finally making the World Cup. Take like IRL football moments. Take Parrott's card for what he did for Ireland and try to get a good Parrott Evo for his inform coming out most likely on Wednesday. Or take like Ireland in general, try to make an Ireland Evo team, or like if there's promo cards of Ireland, see how far you can get in maybe a tournament with them or something like that. And then when you're spamming packs on the menus, if you're doing any sort of a menu grind, anytime you pack an untradeable Ireland card, there's more value to that in your head, even if it doesn't equate liquid coins or the best, most meta Foot Champs team. What's your safe packs? We're at probably like 250 to 300 right now. Mainly the final pack in League SBCs and gold upgrades that we're turning into 82 doubles. Yeah. The way Ultimate Team's built is if you do everything and it's not your full-time job to do everything, it's going to burn you out. It's just the way it is. I've never grinded before, and yes, I have viewed all the videos. Okay, so if you haven't grinded before, I guess... I don't want to say just blindly believe me, but you've watched the videos. I'll say I've been preaching this sort of thing for years now, the sort of menu grind. And every single year, the menu grind and the low-end methods we do make us over 10 million coins, and we never run out of coins to make packs. So it's essentially unlimited packs. Tens of thousands of packs, potentially some years, for using Pale Tools for a really long time and include bronze pack method, might be hundreds of thousands of packs at this point. So in terms of like the value of the grind, I think that can speak for itself with the evidence, but building up to get to a point where you can continuously do that, I think most people, that's where they get stuck. And that's where we can help too. Yeah, like personally for me, I've been struggling to even do squad battles games for Evos because I like doing AFK squad battles. And with one of the newest updates, they made AI way better in squad battles. So it's like I'm feeling like I'm absolutely sweating. I'll set my controller down when it's 3-0, go cook dinner, and I'll come back and it's 3-3 within like 2 minutes. It's like, what's going on? It's rained all weekend in Los Angeles. My nuts are cold. They're going for the same price I bought them for, $2,100. They're still at price 5 days later. How are the silvers and bronzes versus the gold? Are those prices any different, and do they fluctuate at all? Wow, what's up, buddy? If you follow Mumbo's whole grind, you can build coins and stack tons of untradeable cards. Yep, and like I say, you don't have to go as crazy as me where some days you get to 25, 30 runs of League SBCs. You can literally start as simple as 1 run a day while making coins. See if that's doable for you. If you have the time and energy for it, build up more. And it's mainly teaching you the basics on how to save coins at every single step and trading filters, sniping filters at every single step. That way you can do what you enjoy the most and grind that way. I don't know why. In my head, I read this as 82 plus times 20. Because we were just talking about that for Team of the Year. I got really excited there for a moment. You not afraid of going blind? Trading on mobile, PC, etc.? LOL. I mean, I'm already colorblind, so what's the worst I can do? Take my vision completely? Maybe. Put on blue light glasses. There we go. What can they do to me now? Three, 4, 5. I'll say this. I will open up with you guys. Because I feel like honesty goes both ways. You guys talk about how you're feeling about the game. I'll talk about how I'm not even feeling about gameplay. How I'm feeling about menus right now. The way I'm feeling about menus, and this happens every time we do a grind like this, And it's like the opposite problem of what you guys have. You guys want to build up. You want to get to a point where you're able to do a ton a day. When you're doing a ton a day, it becomes extremely boring. Like, for example, I took Friday off of work. I do this every single year. I take a Friday off of work for the release of FIFA/EAFC so I can play Ultimate Team guilt-free. And then I do it for the release of Call of Duty. I didn't play like any Call of Duty that Friday. I was on FIFA grinding the mixed, club stocking, spamming BPM for probably like 7 hours. No joke. Throughout that whole day. Was literally grinding it like crazy. Because in my head, I'm like, I need to justify the time I'm going to be spending on Call of Duty this weekend. Therefore, let me get more League SBCs ready to go. Let me get more of a grind ready. That way we can go crazy on stream. And I can spend less time off stream doing what I normally do, which is BPM spamming these upgrades. So that Saturday when we go live again, we have stuff ready to go rather than having to worry about that off stream. And what that did was it got me super stressed for no reason. Because in my head, I've built up this persona for myself where every time people come to the stream and they're watching me do the mix, if I'm not now doing like 10 to 15 runs instantaneously, I feel like I'm falling behind, which isn't the reality. I feel like most people could care less. Most people just want to know how to do it. But like, you get to the point where it's like you're fighting yourself, man. And that's not fun either. Like, now, I want to do a challenge where it's like, I want to see if I can do 50 mixed league runs a day. I thought of that the other day. I'm like, why would I want to do that? What's the point of it? How's COD, gang? COD is super fun. Campaign's the most horrific thing I've ever seen. AI slop. I don't know how it got passed. But multiplayer is absolutely amazing. And zombies is probably the best zombies we've had since Black Ops 3. It is super fun. And I'm really enjoying it. But I'm also enjoying it for a different reason this year. I'm enjoying it because I'm taking it slower too. So I'm going to burn out less often. Because last year, the issue I did was I grinded COD too hard when it first came out. Tried to prestige as fast as I could. That I really didn't enjoy the game until I became Prestige Master. Because I wanted to hit 10th Prestige before I really started doing like mainly multiplayer. I was doing a lot of just like zombies, critical kill grinding, X-filling, whatever was getting XP the quickest. Min-maxing everything in a video game just takes away the joy. What's your current grind, mate? Mix spamming into building up the Libin Suds Untradeable for the premium mix. We want to build up to be able to do 5 to 10 runs of the premium mix. But the way I'm doing it now is I'm dropping this during the week. So instead of doing this during the week, we're going to save the premium mix and all the beautiful cards we're getting along the way. We're going to save all these for the weekend when the repeatable goes away. That way we have the 80 plus double. We can submit all premium mixed league cards into it. So gold rares, gold commons. I can focus on just building up as many 80 plus doubles as possible. Mubbo's the worst COD reviewer. He loves every COD. No, okay. That's where I feel like people don't understand where I'm coming from. Maybe some people can relate. My thing is, every single year, especially as I get older, I always buy Call of Duty and I always buy FIFA. Not because I think it's going to be the greatest game ever, but because even if I enjoy it for a single weekend, it's worth it for the nostalgia hit. And it's worth it for like reconnecting with like friends and family who also play those things. And I wouldn't trade that for the world, man. And like for EA, it's easy, right? I get paid to play this game when I stream, so I make money off of this. The investment pays for itself. But it's like Call of Duty. I'm more than willing to spend whatever the amount of money is for the premium edition to play the game early, to get the bonus stuff, and to enjoy it for maybe a few months out of the year. Do I have to play it every single day? No. But it reminds me of being a child and grinding on Christmas morning, having the most fun ever. Ferraris is not pain by itself. 2, 3, 4. I'm probably submitting some like cards that we could be using in the Asia, Africa SBCs. I'm not caring about any of that right now. Keep menu grinding until Team of the Year, World Cup mode, summer 2026. Keep grinding. Yep. That's like the thing too, right? That's why I'm a firm believer of, instead of looking at things day by day, look at it by week, month by month. If you kind of build it out that way, it becomes easier to grind. For example, if your goal was to make, let's say, a little less than 1 million coins a week, maybe your goal is 100K a day. That might be a lot of like front end, really grinding training every single day. That's really hands-on and it feels super annoying. But a few days in, maybe you have hundreds of thousands of coins already. And the best way to make coins is now an investment opportunity. Then in a few days, things are going to rise. You make easy coins on it. The more coins you have, the more investments you can make, the easier it is to make coins on those then. So it's like you can just make the whole grind easier on yourself if you do that with like League SBCs too. Instead of having every single day you constantly restocking, have like a day or two that's dedicated to, okay, I'm going to fill every single card in my club basically from these leagues. I'm going to flip the rest for just pure profit. We're going to get to a point where I have way more runs than I'm ever going to get done in a week. Therefore, anything else past this point is just a bonus. Once you kind of get to that point, it becomes super easy to never run out. And also, too, that's my favorite for BPM, because if everything's a dupe already, you're getting those coins on the front end a lot faster than having to wait on the backside. 1 million coins a week? What's funny about that? We do that every single year, the first week of the game. What do you mean? Go back and watch the YouTube videos. I don't think there's been a single year for the past 4 to 5 years we've been making content where we haven't made 1 million coins in the first week of a game. What was the biggest Activision shill? No, I'm the biggest Treyarch shill. You can keep that Activision name out of your mouth. You can say whatever you want about those games. I'll say whatever I want. The Modern Warfares I'm not the biggest fan of. But you give me a game that has the word Black Ops in it, the words Black Ops, I will ride that till the day I die. It could be the biggest pile of garbage. I will defend it. Because Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, and Black Ops 3 were perfect. Beautiful. Ride pod. Big. Listen. Maybe I should reword myself. No, I'm going to keep it there. I'm a man of my word. Ride is what I chose. That's what I meant. Boom, 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 boom. What's the new build tools people are talking about? The new build tools thing is they added like an easy SBC sort of thing where it can auto put things in for you that fit the SBC criteria. And they're adding things to make it where you can do it with just untradables and stuff. So that's really good for like all the challenge SBCs and stuff like that. But for league SBCs eventually, what's going to be really nice is it's eventually going to replace you having to even put in any sort of SBC requirements for that. So they've made strides in the past where anytime a repeatable SBC went away, you'd have to like add everything in by hand. They now have it where you can like add an SBC template, put all the stuff in, and then even if like the league SBC goes away on Thursday, if it comes back the same thing, you can put that same template that you had saved before back in. But we're going to hit a point with this new feature where you're not even going to need those templates. You can have just common criteria and already have it working for you. And you just put it in and it'll solve it right away. That's going to make the grind even easier and give you less of a reason to be on menus. We've crashed 3 times so far today in under an hour. It's with money though if you want to do it with your own club. The Pale Tools things? No, it's free. What do you mean? Are you saying it uses tradables? Yeah, templates definitely work better in some cases, but there's definitely a lot of cases where just going with what it shows you will work too. Like, the thing I can already see that might be not an issue with it for League SBCs, but just a thing in general. If it only gives you what's in the squad and doesn't give you any bench options, I have a feeling they're going to make it where you'll be like super overkill with the rating with one of them. And then the other one you do, it's going to be the exact rating needed. So there's going to be times where you're submitting stuff that's way higher rated than needed. When if you would have balanced it out with your own template, you could have probably made an additional run or two with those ratings. So it's like little things like that you might have to pay attention to. But overall, you should be good. Do you guys know who you play in the World Cup playoffs yet? Is it just a single team you play? One game you win and you're in? Or how does that work? Oh, you're talking easy SBC. I'm talking Pale Tools. Dude, I wanted Sunderland to buy a pair ages ago. We find out Thursday there's semis and then the finals. Dude, that's going to be so sad if you guys don't make it in. I feel like every country's basically rooting for you. What a game that was, though, man. I went back and watched the highlights, especially that final goal. I watched, like, 15 million videos of, like, Irish fans reacting to it, too. I watched one in an airport where everyone went crazy. Beautiful, man. It's things like that that make international football enjoyable, man. Stories like that. It's like, for all the crap that we give international football for wrecking the club week and giving us another break when we just had one, it's those like moments that don't happen every single day where it's been ages since a team has ever made the World Cup or they've never qualified before, or like you have a grandparent that the last time they qualified, he was literally a little kid, and now he, a year before he dies, gets to see them play one last time. All those things are super fun. Norway qualifying for the World Cup. We're going to see if Holland can become one of the all-time World Cup goal scorers within probably 2 World Cups. You'll have 2026 and maybe 2030 if they qualify again, which I think they'll have no issues qualifying again. I think Norway is only going to get better and better in the next 4 years. But dude, that would be crazy. Dude, imagine he doesn't get a group of death. Imagine he gets like an adequate group. He's going to score like 4 goals in the first game. He'll be at 10 before he gets out of group stage. But also too, it's the most Haaland thing in the world. But we're literally at a point with Haaland when you see stats. If he's scored like double the amount of... If he has double the goals that he has than games, like if he's scored 10 goals in 5 games, you're kind of used to it at this point. You're like, yeah, that makes sense. It's understandable. We're going to look back and not realize how crazy that actually is. The second Hungary goal is nuts too. Don't wish death upon our grandpa's gate. Where in that sentence that I said the grandpa did you get the thing of me wishing death on them? Stop trying to twist my words, brother. You know exactly what I said. Last time we qualified was 02. That was 5 years before I was born. Well, yeah, I forget not everyone's unks in here. Crazy. Yeah, some of you guys, it's going to be your country's first World Cup ever. So exciting. Actually, Norway, I've been waiting for this for so long. So, for those of you guys who maybe have a club team that's like pretty good or really good versus like your national team that you support that maybe is like mediocre at best, doesn't really qualify for World Cups, sometimes can get in, but just gets thrashed when they do. Like, genuinely, how big of a moment is this? Like, Steven, I would assume Ireland making the World Cup would probably be bigger than your club winning the league they're in. Would that be a fair assessment? Well, I mean, I guess it depends on the club. Maybe it's different depending on the size. Like, if you're a Liverpool supporter, I'm sure Liverpool supporters would be like, absolutely, I'd want my national team to win one because Liverpool's just going to win the next year. That's crazy, man. The time we're in. Sunderland's going to win the league, and U.S. is going to win the World Cup in the U.S. What a timeline, man. I would take a World Cup to Norway over travel every day. Yeah, I feel like that question has to be very specifically asked depending on the country. I feel like you need to know the country in advance. Like, if you're, let's say, oh, what's the team? Oh, gosh. San Marino. If you're a San Marino supporter, you qualifying for a World Cup would be the biggest achievement ever. Like, you can't compare to anything. Dude, wait, I didn't even think of that. Wait, time out. All the football talk we've done over the years, we haven't put those things together. We've talked about Irish people and drinking, but we can actually see now the potential idea of Irishmen in droves going to American ballers. Dude, I hope they play in the Midwest. Please give them a Northwest matchup. Oh my gosh. That'd be beautiful, man. Oh my gosh. Dude, I wish Chicago is hosting. I wish Chicago is hosting and I could go see Ireland play. Oh my gosh. Those bars would be crazy. So would any Irish person. What was the stadium that Colombia played Spain in? Was it Spain they played? Was it West Ham Stadium they played in? I can't remember. I just saw Colombia score a goal and the stadium went absolutely wild. So loud too. The country would be drank dry. Nusa is the best player in the world after Haaland. Dude, how good is Sorloth, man? I feel like with how good Haaland is, he doesn't get as much credit. Or the bar is set super high, but Sorloth is a beast, man. Absolute beast. I just completed all the content of the CBCs with fully untradeable players and made some coins. Nice, bro. I need to go in and just finish all those. I have basically all those countries set to be top nations, so I don't accidentally submit them. But, like, my Chinese players, there's no chance they sell for 200 even. It's so dumb. Josh, what's up, buddy? I'm good, man. How are you? It's not a bad idea to just go to the host cities just to hang out, even if I cannot afford the tickets. I would love... I'm sure there's going to be plenty of people who do another walkout in the gold upgrade. I would love to see a lot of... There's going to be a lot of football journalists and reporters going on the streets and doing that in these American cities. Rodri? Nah, man. What is my pack look, dude? But what I would really love is I would really love American journalists who aren't familiar with football, especially at the world stage, like, understand the culture behind a lot of this. Like, it's going to be cool to see because you're going to get... I think, obviously, a lot of people know the United States is big, but a lot of people still, I don't think, can wrap around in their head how big truly the United States is and just North America in general, how big Canada is, U.S., Mexico, and, like, the little sects of communities within areas. Like, if you're in the Midwest, you have a bunch of Italians, you have a bunch of Polish people, huge Hispanic population. You have a bunch of different areas where you got a bunch of different groups of people, and depending on which country plays where, you could have some brawls break out, which would be super fun to see. Rodri, more like Ratry? Mumbo's jumping fences 100%. One of my buddies from my church sent me a text earlier this week for tickets to one of the games. But he didn't even know who the teams were going to be at. And he sent to a link that wasn't the FIFA's website. I'm like, dude, this is 100% going to be a scam ticket. It was like $300. And he was already looking at hotel rooms. I'm like, dude, do me a favor. Don't buy this yet. You're going to get the hotel. You're going to have this ticket. You're going to spend probably a few thousand total with everything. You're going to go to the game. And the ticket's not going to be valid. Sarath is just a machine. He has always played good for Norway. Holland coming in now with better players, and they work so good together, you can't stop. 195 Sorloth on the wing. Yeah, that's wild. Dude, his goal he scored, that finesse, it looked like he was, like, walking. He's running. He's running at the defender, beats him on the dribble, curls it left-footed, but it looks like he's moving in slow-mo. Just a massive man. So much girth to him. Did you do the Europa SBC? Europa SBC? You mean Europe? Or is it titled Europa? I'm going to finish all of these. I haven't gone in and done them all yet, but I'm going to do all of them. Not my deep storage is filling up. Might as well, right? Manama, Manamoosh. All right, let's see what we can get in this. What a 384 plus. I'll take an 88. Norway's in a pot of 3 of the draw, so it's either a group of death or a good group. I'm low-key hoping for either Argentina or Brazil. All silver and bronze non-rare cards I can put into bronze and silver upgrades, right? No. If it's a League SBC card, that wouldn't make sense. Like, why would you want to put a bronze common lib card in? Unless you never plan to do the premium mix. But I still think that'd be a bad idea. Personally. If you still have the SBC where a striker gets finesse plus, use it on Sesko. He becomes unreal. Love him more than my Torres. I pack from the icon. I'm only really doing Sunderland players, so I will not be partaking in that. But yeah, I had a feeling with Evos, that's their goal with these end cards, is to not give you a crazy one at the end, but to give you something that you can spend coins or FIFA points to Evo. 3 games to go to get Silver Muller. I just finished, was it Pele, the final one, the other day? Probably never going to play a single match with any of those guys, but still got them done. Yeah, if it's an off-league untradeable, I would maybe double check real quick the different nations that came out in these SBCs to see if anything has value before you submit them. But I sometimes just add those as a top nation so it doesn't put them in for me. Have you unlocked any Max Prestige camos yet? Going for Dragon, almost there. How do the Max Prestige camos work? What level is that? I haven't played a lot of COD yet. I'm not even Prestige yet, which is crazy to think because usually I am right away. I'll probably Prestige tomorrow at some point. Another Inform untradeable. Let's go. But I'm almost done with ARs for zombies. So the grind's on the same level, BPM and mix, and eventually premium when libs and suds. Yes and no. I'm doing the same grind, but I'm doing it with a different framework. And we'll make a new video touching on it more. Pause. But essentially what we're going to do is we're going to use that same logic, but we're going to apply it to repeatable SBCs throughout the week. So in my head, right, we're talking about making gold upgrades and other things like that when we're not doing the premium, right? Because we're going to put all those top league cards in. However, if we change it to, hey, let's hold off during the week, Monday through Friday, when we have a good repeatable, whether it be player picks, whether it be this 80+ double upgrade. If we can put our premium mix golds into that, build those up, whether save those for Team of the Year or just have an additional pack opening, at the same time we're grinding the mix, we're building up Lib and Suds untradeable. By the time the weekend comes, not only do we have a bunch of runs ready to go for all the Lib and Suds where you don't have to buy a single one, we're now going to have the start of a new promo where you most likely are going to want those packs anyways. So it just makes the grind even more efficient because it's not like you're giving up anything. You're not missing out on anything. You're benefiting from each thing even more. Instead of putting everything into just gold upgrades, it now could be, okay, with our gold upgrades we have, instead of maybe saving these, maybe times when we have decent repeatables, we spam open the ones we did save, and we make these 80+ doubles alongside of the mix now. So, like, that's what I'm doing. I was wanting to get the 200+ gold upgrades this week. But now that this came out, I'm turning my 115 into these, plus my mixed, into hopefully 100+ of the 80+ doubles by the end of the week. And then do that each week. And then hopefully we get to a point where we have player picks too, and we can spam player picks. That'd be fun. Yeah, that's the only other thing in the grind that I'd say is a little different. And also, too, I hope if we get the same SBCs Thursday, if League SBCs go away and they come back the exact same, I hope they make it a little longer than 2 weeks unless they plan to make the packs better. Because I don't like how we constantly have it going away and then coming back. It's nice for if they need a little tweak like last time to this time with the Lib and Suds being dropped. But what I don't like is having everything built up in a way where it's like, okay, first day or two in, you're slowly starting to get the hang of it. You have your templates made. If you're a content creator like me, we're making videos on these. Then by the time you're a week in, you really get good at it. And then you're under a week left, and you're getting ready to not sell everything, but expect it to potentially not even come back at all as a possibility. That's not fun. Another inform. Dude, we're literally going to have all informs and walkouts in our dupe storage. We got to figure out something to put informs in. Maybe when I'm gone for Black Friday, this will be the time to use all these. It's level 50, then resets level, and resets go to 250. Now, resets, I've done ARs and SMGs on zombies. You've done all of them? Or are you saying that as a separate statement? You've done ARs and SMGs for camos on zombies. That's crazy either way, brother. Carlos, you have the same last name, named after Mars, aka God of War. Can you fight, though? Can Carlos fight? Absolutely. Yap after the max 89 icon packs win. How much even is this? Do we have it saved? I don't even have it saved, man. $86, $86, and $87. I would consider. I will consider. We can 100% do it. We have the fodder. How much profit are you making on Lib and Suds per card? When we were doing it more often day to day, it was mainly 200 to 400. I would say it closes in on about 300 per card. But more now than ever, I'm not needing as many coins from that. So I'm just mainly spamming BPM and club stocking the bronzes earlier in the day and selling them later in the day. Just doing the same thing, but through bronze pack method. Alright, 52 gold upgrades left so far. Then we have a bunch of gold commons in our club we can submit as well. The Brits. Also have a lot of silver Sunderlands, right? You can use a mix of Sunderlands plus icons on the cup. I don't even know what the cup is, to be honest. The funny thing is, I bought most of my Sunderland cards before we got them first owner because I wanted to start Evos right away. We ended up packing a bunch first owner multiple times since then. But the cool thing is, there's Sunderland cards that are silvers that I wanted to Evo. And there's some that we have as Evos, but then some we're using in the silver tournament. So it's like, I'll have multiple versions of a card that we can use, which is cool. They both serve a purpose. Dudick. I feel like we're never going to run out of these. I find it funny that I still haven't packed a promo card from these gold upgrades. We've packed a ton of walkouts. We packed a ton of informs. But I've gotten multiple promo cards from bronze upgrades. Funny how that works. I feel like the pack weights on these promo cards are so bad. And there's so many in packs too. Iris wants 5,000 for me. Sam will leave Uncle Sam on red. Uncle Sam will not be happy if you leave him on red. Uncle Sam has your location shared with him, and he is on his way over. Don't do that to Uncle Sam. He will collect one way or another. Also, too, don't tell Uncle Sam about your financial situation on any Ultimate Team. They'll try to tax that as well. So all us millionaires on here, just don't report it and we'll be good. They don't need to know about our lib and sud method. Imagine EA does that. You get really good at a grind, and you have millions of coins. And they're like, all right, guys, we're going to up the EA tax for you now. It's not going to be 20%. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Finally, dude. Promo card from these. Cold 85 rated Hiradeki. Let's go. Really got my wisdom teeth removed the other day. In incredible pain right now. Dude, I got them removed in high school. It was one of the weirdest feelings. The drugs they put you on. You can feel it but not feel it. On 8 tablets of codeine per day. Crazy. Dude, I don't know what they put me on. All I know is if I took that stuff every day, I could see why people get addicted. Like, one of my biggest fears in life is getting injured to the point where I have to be, like, heavily medicated and then recover from the injury, but not recover from taking the medication and getting addicted to the medication. That sounds just like pure torture. I have, like, no fault of your own being put on medication because they tell you it's going to benefit you, and then you get hooked. God designed us for all teeth to fit, though? Question mark? Technically, yeah, but there's just some of us that have too much wisdom, so we got to remove some of it. Otherwise, it's just unfair. Thug it out. I wanted them to go in Raw. I don't want anything. I wanted to record it for content, but they didn't allow it. So I recorded right after. We had to be nerfed? True, dude. We were too meta, man. They had to patch us somehow. Imagine me doing a live stream after that. That would have been fun content. Why am I watching Voltamata score on my screen? Why do I have a video of him scoring open? Get it off. Alright, guys. Should we bet on how long until we get the first player pick release? Repeatable? I'm saying... Imagine we don't get it before Black Friday. I feel like they're going to copy and paste this next week, too. Maybe by Black Friday we get it. But we also need a crafting upgrade, too. I wouldn't mind a crafting upgrade right now. Would you break up with me if you were offered 10 million to do it and you could never get back together or have any contact? Is a tweet I'm reading right now. It says, ridiculous question to start the week from girlfriend this morning. Would you break up with your girlfriend if you're offered 10 million? Could never get back together or have any contact. Dang. I would say flip it. What would she say? The best is, what is it? Would you love me even if I were a worm? Just pack tradable Saliba. W, man. How much does Saliba even go for nowadays? Of course, not dear. You're more important. I'm lying. Well, it's like, some of those questions, like, make you think. It's like, would you still love me if I were a worm? It's like, okay, does this take place in society? Were you always a worm? Or did you become a worm? Either way, there's a million more questions to be asked. If I'm going around to my friends and family, it's like, hey, I want you to meet my girlfriend. And I introduce you to them and you're a worm, they're going to be questioning a lot of things. It's probably not a good look, Chief. But you know what? What's the... Shoot. I'm trying to find the meme. 1 second. I got a legendary pull. Dude, this woman had a hard-working, loving husband that she was willing to risk it all for a literal B. And then, like, you're supposed to believe that he was crazy because he was upset that she has such an emotional connection to a literal B. Beautiful. Do the worm right Noden? Do the worm right Noden? I'm not even going to pretend I know what you're saying. I'm just going to let you reword that. You want me to do the dance, the worm right now? Is the closest I could maybe think. Well, we've got 1,800 plus bronze rares. Should I put them all in off leagues into upgrades to help the grind? If you've been stockpiling them up and you're to the point where you're getting constant dupes, the grind I've started including is for the off leagues. Essentially, once I start getting a lot of bronze rare dupes, I'll send like an additional 50 to 100 upgrades of bronze upgrades. My only caveat is make sure if your goal is to have them club stocked for any potential release of like a player or icon SBC that could have a full bronze rare squad needed and they go back up to 400 plus like last year, make sure you don't go completely out before new content. So I wouldn't maybe remove them all, maybe go up to like 60 rated and leave everything above that. Or if you do go all the way up, make sure you leave enough time to start club stocking again. But also too, make sure that if you were doing that with pack pulls, make sure you weren't one of those individuals that club stocked basically everything for 150. We had a bunch of people who had a bunch of top nations they were submitting that bidded 150 on, and they could have made a lot of coins if they would have held for maybe like a Black Friday or something. So yeah, if you're sticking like off leagues and maybe off nations, there's probably a good case for it, but definitely balance it. That being said, I just basically submitted all mine again today, so to each their own. But we have so many tradable silvers and golds in our club. We're good regardless. Justice for that guy for real. Are you buying cards for the mixed SBC? Yes and no to that question. We are buying, but we're also packing a lot. Oh, I just put in all rares. Oops. Type 1 in chat if you think Mumbo has ever cried watching a Disney movie. I've cried at movies before. I'm trying to think if Disney movie would have been one of them. What is like, name some of the most emotional Disney movies. I'm blanking right now. I can think of a bunch of Disney movies I've watched. Coco? I watched Coco once when I was in college. With a bunch of people from my Bible study. Not gonna lie, I was not paying attention. I was on the companion app most of the time. Spamming League SBCs. Even 7 years ago I was doing that. So yeah, maybe I gotta watch it back and see if it makes me emotional. Married to the grind. Hey brother, you can find, hey, I'm gonna do it right now. Ready for this? If you guys have been here for many years, you might have found this gem, but we're gonna put you guys on game. If you think Mumble Elite can help you make coins low end, you've never heard of the real beast. 8 Reedman 8. Look at that profile pic. PSG, 8 Reedman 8, playing alongside Thiago Silva. No views in the last 30 days. Dead channel. Unbelievable. Look at this. When I tell you guys, I'm a man of low-end methods. I've been doing the same stuff for 10 years, bro. Let's see. BPL Silvers.
What is up, guys? This is 8 Reedman 8 bringing you a few.
What was my advice? What did I say? Bid under the buy now. Flip them. I did buy nows in the 59th minute as well. We did contract flipping. Look at that. Sniping silver rares. Dude, I was doing this for so long. Sunderland was still in the Premier League. Let that sink in. Sunderland was still a Premier League team. What a channel, man. Yo, guys, feel free to drop him a sub, man. He could use a little push. Maybe I should find the account info and upload a get on there for good old time's sake. You could have put 99 on the card, but put 98 instead. Humble man. Hey, no one's perfect. Especially 8 Reedman 8. Mumble Elite, though, on the other hand. What's Mumble Elite cooking? Let's take a yonder at Mumble Elite real quick. First of all, W thumbnail. Beautiful thumbnails. Oh my goodness. Over 2 million views on the channel? Cold. Look at that. 38K the past 30 days. Cold. Let's see. Where is it? Posts. What a drop-off from 8 Reedman 8. Only 91 rated. With those stats, too. He made a move to Sunderland, though. Fair play to him. He went from PSG to Sunderland. So he upgraded for sure. He might be getting another Player of the Month card, by the way. 4 games. Past 4 games, he scored 4 goals and has 2 assists. 0 clean sheets, though. Has given up maybe like 20 goals. Absolutely destroyed last week. We got scored, I think, 10 against us last week. It was like 10-5. I somehow in that game, I was playing center back. We were getting bent over. Our striker told me to go up top, so I went up top for a bit. Wasn't getting too many opportunities. Somehow, you know how Thierry Henry had that shot where he had it played to him and he flicked it up with his right foot and then he volleyed it? I did something similar, but I flicked it up with my left foot out wide. And then I volleyed it right-footed even though I'm left-footed. And I don't know how. It somehow went into the net. I was like, all right, cool, we'll take it. But you can't celebrate because you're losing by like 5 goals. So it was one of those weird feelings where you're happy but sad at the same time. 4 goals in 4 games is nothing on Troy Parrott. Yeah, dude. Sorry, my bad. I'll try to get on Parrott's level. I play on Wednesday. Should I score a hat trick for Parrott? So you are Rodrigo fast? I could probably sprint faster than Rodrigo. Throughout the course of a game, absolutely not, but short term, yeah. Put me in a 100-yard dash against him, I'm for sure beating him. Easily. Cooking him. Good acceleration and sprint speed, but stamina-wise, won't be able to last long doing that. Decent stamina, not sprinting, but I am pushing 30, so there's that. Franco, we call your body type. What does that even mean for the body type? Let's see. Trunk? What is Tronco slang? Slang, Trunco and Trunco for female means mate, dude, buddy. Casual friend. It also means someone is clumsy or bad at something. Especially in sport. Nah, bro. My mods do not care about me. They're meaner to me than any hater could be. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. What happened, Carlos? A few years ago, you were bailing me out, willing to send me a PlayStation 5 that I couldn't find online. And you were able to get one sent to my apartment. And now you're just roasting me. Trunco means he can't move. Nah, I can move. Nah, I gotta record sometime. I gotta prove. I'm angry because I can't make coins. You gotta get off that PC market, buddy. How much do the Saudi and Romanian league cards go for in that league? Or on PC? For the bronzes and silvers. $400, and they're around 500 now. Dang. So can you not snipe those or bid those or BPM and sell those? I feel like that'd be easy coins, would it not? Tronco Elite needs to hit the gym. I'm hitting the gym right after the stream. I might end the stream early. Now you guys are roasting me this bad, man. What's going on? Having a chill stream, making content for you guys. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, man. It's tough out here. No sniping available, not a lot of cards on the market, maybe 1 or 2 pages. So I feel like BPM would be the move then. Just list things in bulk with BPM. Because, like, how many coins do you have right now? Probably no buyers. There probably is. But mainly for the League SBC cards. Outside of that, probably nothing. You got 40K? What do the RTG people who play on PC do? Doesn't Run the Foot Market play on PC? How's he making coins? Or Nick 2018 or any of those guys? We're about to have more 80+ doubles than gold upgrades now. Let's go. Gold, gold, gold. He makes coins because he gets top tier in champs. Is he better at all? I know he was recovering for a while. Or is he still recovering from that? At 4 mil packed, absolutely nothing tradable and untradeable. I have 4 mil packed, absolutely nothing tradable and untradeable. I feel like I've packed so much. And 0 of it will get actual game time. Makes like 700K from his chance rewards a couple weeks ago. Like 300k? Last year we had a swap system during Black Friday. Make it happen again, EA. I would love it if EA made it so if you're doing an Evo, they either have it be always free or most things free, but you have to grind for it, or to spend coins or FIFA points is to automatically complete it right away, not have to grind it. Or like a mid-tier where it's like you can spend coins or FIFA points and it's very little grind then, or you spend more FIFA points and more coins and it's instantly done. I feel like if they added that in, they'd make even more money, and a lot of people, including myself, would be interested in that. Just to not have to play those games. So averages 500k playing for a couple hours because he gets a lot of rage quits. But this afternoon I was crashing out about my Google Chrome glitching, reset the whole, but now my toes are gone. Ripperoni, dude. People are asking for my mixed league templates. I didn't really have good mixed league templates, to be honest, this time around. I just kind of did like a mix of the two leagues with what I thought would be enough rating. Because it's like for the Saudi-Romanian one, you could really use anything and you'd basically get it. As long as you're not putting in like 40 rated bronzes. Same with the Bundesliga 2 Serie B. That one, as long as you had the 2 rares, was pretty easy. And then like the League 2 Hypermotion one, I would chuck in some like 70 pluses and then mix in lower end silvers and high end bronzes. It would do just fine. GT4, what's up, buddy? Just started the grind, slowly getting used to it. Hey, brother, congrats, man. Hopefully we get the same exact thing on Thursday. Hopefully when League SBCs refresh. It would be nice if they made things better over time. Like better packs and stuff too would be cool. But for now, I'd take another 2 to 4 weeks of the same thing now that we're finally getting used to it. Went from struggling to do mix. Now I've just done 5 runs with some of your advice. Just need to get my Romanians and Saudis back. Yeah, man. And like another way you guys could grind too that I... Walkout. Promo. Cold. She can link the Rolfo. Cold, 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 cold. What SBC you reckon I check my 83s that aren't selling and clogging up my list? I would put them into the daily 85, 87s, honestly. If you haven't done them. Get yourself some more fodder. Make sure you're doing that 5 times a day. What I was going to say is like another way you could do it too with the mix is you could like we experimented a little bit on stream the other day, but you don't have to necessarily have everything ready to go at all times. You could be filling while you're doing. Like you say, if you notice you're low on Saudi in Romania, maybe you just bid on like 20 to 50. You store some, you sell the rest, or you sit there and do BPM for a few minutes on Pale Tools, Club Stock a little, then you get back into it. If you're doing it all on Pale Tools, it honestly becomes really easy. Super, super easy. Because we just sit there and spam everything in bulk. BPM, bronze upgrades, mixed league completions, pack into pack. They are decent. Yeah, they're nice to build up. Think I'm going to do a big grind tomorrow. Nice. Bro, 10 days I didn't see the 85 to 87. I thought it expired. Turned out you can hide SVCs and Pale Tools. Uh-oh. Some 5 runs, need to open the packs now. Then I'll do BPM, Club Stock Silvers. I won Saudi Romanians before 200. Now bidding has dried up because of the time, I think. Yep. And like little things like that too are like little mental notes that'll benefit you guys in the future. Where if you notice, it's like, hey, not only are things maybe like 50 coins cheaper buy now earlier in the day, I can get them on bid a lot easier when there's a lot more supply. Therefore, that might become a daily occurrence where it's like, okay, maybe like 3 to 4 hours before new content, I'm just going to go in and bid on all the bronzes in this league or all the silvers in this league. Same way we would like after new content, Nusa. We got Nusa, whoever was talking about him before. Same way we would go in after like the Saturday's supply of the prime bronze back in the prime silvers. There'd be a ton. You could do that with maybe like BPM earlier in the day. If people are spamming BPM when the most people are on the game, it might correlate to the amount of cards on the market too. My raid silvers really help, like the 70 pluses. Yeah. For the which section in particular too? The League 2 Hyper or MLS Eredivisie? Both technically, but yeah, La Liga Hyper is really nice. The flippability on those two is crazy. Like even if it isn't the lowest buy now, just you'll notice like the 200 buy nows dry up. So like if I go right now to the market, let's try to do a sniping filter real quick. We'll do League 2, silvers. Yeah, everything's low again. But you'll notice, you're not seeing a lot of 70 pluses. So those already have more value than the rest. So we could go in there and mass bid 150. I just saw 70 rated there. There's a 71. I could pick basically every single one of these up if I had it in my club already, club stock it, or I could list it for 250 to 300 and probably get another sale. Especially if it gets the 73, like, oof. Do I have them already? Nope. Check them in the club. There's a 71, multiple 71s. Report day again. Or you could just check them on your transfer list and use them again as well. Or if you're bidding, put them in your transfer targets. Then just pull them from there. What I like is the is it the Serie B bronze rares? Yeah, these go for 300 by the end of the hour, so you could just sit on things like a 200 snipe. If you wanted to do 250, and just club stock everything. But again, at this hour, there's going to be very few cards listed at this price. Usually it's open bids for 150 work really well earlier in the day, and then flipping those. Buy a ton of Mueller, 80 for the MLS, 350 helps a lot. Yeah. "20 minutes ago, you promised." I didn't promise an icon pack. I said 20 minutes ago I could be tempted again. And what I was referring to when I said I could be tempted was the last time we did an icon, we got donated like $30 to do it. I'm like, all right, if this is going to be an occurrence, I guess I have no choice. 125 studs for 1.3, lazy listing at 1.7, sold 6 so far. Trying to get some coins back while club stock and BPM. Nice, bro. Yeah, that's a fun way to do it. Double 83, cold. Reed, when's this icon pack coming? How about paywall? I don't want to do it. I don't want to waste my fodder. I'm keeping all this for Black Friday when I'm gone, but if you guys want to see it, I can do it, but it's going to have to cost something. I'm a grinder, but the grind has its limits, bro. At some point, you gotta juice a little bit. Watch the stream start crashing now. No shot. Is the stream actually crashing? Carlos! Do the icon rat? I guess we technically did get 2 memberships today. Good point. Good point. Let's do it. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, 87 squad done. Bullying works? Cold. I guess so. Everybody has their limits. We found mine. Martinez looks pissed. Alright, 86 ready, right? Reckon we throw in a Dingra? Reckon we throw in Pina? Why does Newcastle have walkouts? They're almost in a relegation spot. What do you mean they have walkouts? Had a ruthless run last night. 50 bronze packs, got 2 lib suds. Dang. That might be the worst one yet. Alright. Can we avoid using Pina? I already know I'm going to accidentally put her in. Who do you guys think we're going to get in this icon pack? Let me know. Who we packing? Dude, if I get Allen, I might throw my controller. Veron? Who's the best we could get? You talk too fast to understand what you're describing? Cafu or Bale? Ooh. Bro, I already have Keane, though. Alright, here we go. Do I talk too fast? I don't feel like I do. I feel like anytime I talk, you guys tell me to not talk at all. I feel like that's the bigger complaint. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a max 89 plus base icon upgrade. Can we get a crazy pull? I got bullied into doing this by my chat, but it all worked out. Come on. Please, 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 please. Come on. Right wing. W? L? Small W? He's like 250. L? I feel like it's between small L and small W. Oh, wow, that's crazy. You guys see that? It might be a visual glitch on my screen. It's not showing up on the stream, though. Figo also won UEFA Super Cup, Intercontinental in 2002, and then second La Liga title in 2002, 2003. Figo stated his inspiration to perform well in football came to his adoring love for the club Sunderland. He hoped to one day play for the legendary club, but they never reached out with a contract. Figo was very destroyed, but told himself that one day he hoped all Sunderland accounts would use him in Ultimate Team. Wow. That's cool, man. So Figo fits into the Sunderland past and present. W. We get tradable packs, though. Could we get something cold? We spent 0 coins on these packs. We used all untradables, so this is just pure profit. We're going to save it all. You lose 70K. Ha ha. Jamie, I saw your other comment before that, brother. You're roasting me for losing coins? Meanwhile, you tried to follow our grind yesterday, but you're losing money doing League SBCs, brother? I should be laughing at you, my dude. Look at this man. He can't do League SBCs. Oh. He struggles to open a bronze pack. Nah, I'm kidding. What in particular are you struggling with? When you say you're losing money, can you explain what you mean by losing money? Is it because you're putting things of value into the club that you're not using yet, but it's placed in your club? Because that's not losing coins. Or are you actively submitting more coins than you're making? Because that's a big difference. Why you guys have been bullying me for 2 hours, man. Nah. You're bullying me. You're telling me to get off. You're telling me to touch grass. The second I say now, all right, I'm going to be wrapping up the stream anyways. I got to get ready for a workout. The people bullying me before telling me to go to the gym are going to be the same people that be like, wow, part-time streamer, doesn't care about his community, not dedicated to the grind anymore. I can't win. I can't win. No matter what I do, I can't win. It's never good enough for you guys. Never. Unbelievable. I try and try and try, and all I'm met with is just no love. Troncos don't get better with the gym, sad to say. This Tronco is going to be doing a leg workout, so he will be getting more explosive by the minute, all right? Train like a bodybuilder when it comes to upper body and train like an athlete when it becomes lower body. That's the new wave. Tronco Elite needs Ozempic, not the... Brother! 13% body fat! I don't need Ozempic. What are we talking about? Nah, this has to be rage bait. You might actually make me self-conscious. I will, because of that comment, lose another 20 pounds. I'm 216 right now. Actually, no, I'm 213 right now. I will get to under 200 pounds just off of pure motivation from that comment alone. It might mean I average 15 to 20 minutes less on stream per day throughout the week. But it will be worth it. Show the girls your Figo at the gym. I showed them my limited suds. They seem to like that. You reckon they'd like the pack pull? Explosive diarrhea is the only thing you're getting. Alright, man. I'm never doing an IRL stream again and showing you that part of my life. That was supposed to be a secret, dude. That was a one-time thing. It's crazy how his skinny ankles can support... Nah, I'm genuinely getting rage baited right now. Nah. I'm done. I'm taking the pre-workout. Screw you guys. Who made him cry? I'm not crying. I watched the trailer for Coco. I finally took your guys' advice. That's so what happened. Mama wears the big old 1990s shin guards? No, I don't. What do you mean? Now you're roasting me for an appearance I don't even have. Unbelievable. From BPM, do you sell the liver studs or keep them? Yes. To both of those. From BPM, do you sell the liver... Oh. Put Bro down for sports streamer of the year, but he didn't get nominated. Hey, there's always next year, right? I'm surprised they didn't have a menu grinder category. Thought for sure we'd be on that. Just got more food? Come on, dude. Alright. Simmer down, buddy. It's getting serious now. I gotta lock in. Yes to both. How so? Please explain. We got two parts of our lib stud fluctuation. We talk about how we bid earlier in the day and we sell later in the day for sometimes a fluctuation of 300 to 500 coins difference, where we could be making additional upwards of 500 plus per card by bidding on them earlier in the day and selling later in the day. Same thing applies to like BPM. If we sell 3-4 hours before new content versus selling 3 to 4 hours after new content, usually the later in the evening it goes, the better it has historically been selling them. So that alone answers yes to both of those, in terms of we sell, but we also store. Does that make sense? Sunderland fan of the year. If you think Mumbo trades 24/7 and doesn't buy coins off stream, I don't know what to tell you. Dude, speaking about buying coins, if I ever took a coin selling sponsorship, would any of you guys buy coins? I feel like no one buys coins ever. Like, everyone's sponsored by them. But I feel like there's not a genuine market of people who actually buy coins. Sal, you would Carlos? Yeah, maybe Carlos would. We sell to the PC market because they can't make any coins. All right, Carlos, we're gonna take a coin sponsorship just for you, buddy. We'll get code Mumble Elite as the discount, or no, we'll be code Carlos. Nah, get your bag, dude. I will say. Not saying which site, but back in the day, 3 to 4 years ago when we did primarily content that was heavily against people like spending FIFA points or buying FIFA points or FIFA coins, I mean, we had offers where we could have made over $500 a month off of coin deals, that we turned down, not out of necessarily just principle, but like the kind of content we were doing, it just would have been extremely hypocritical from the aspect of like, we're like, hey, you don't ever need to buy coins. You don't have to buy FIFA points. We're going to show you how to grind this game, how to make enough coins where you don't have to do any of that. But use code Mumble. But it's like now, no one cares what you do now. If you want to do what you want to do. If you want to not play this game at all and then spend a few $100s at Team of the Year on FIFA points and grind that way, because you have an adult job and you can afford it, but you don't have time anymore, go for it. But now all the coin sponsorship deals dried up on the low end. We'd be happy for you to get a sponsor. No, you wouldn't. Nah. When I had Manscaped, it was all a parody to you guys. Nobody took that serious. Unbelievable. I gave you guys a full tutorial on how Ultimate Team grinders could take care of themselves below the belt. They could actually touch grass for once. And you guys were not a fan of it, man. Just saying. You roasted me pretty hard. What tutorial, bruv? We had we had a sponsorship deal with Manscaped where we got over $200 worth of products. We had to do tutorial videos. So, long story short, Manscaped a few years ago had a bunch of different industries they're trying to break in, and gaming was one of them. So they reached out to like every single FIFA content creator above a certain amount of subs. I think the threshold was like 10K. So we got reached out to. And I literally at first thought it was a joke. I'm like, you serious? Like, there's a rep and everything. And I got the rep, and he's telling me, he's like, yeah, we can send you all this stuff. And if like you get enough sales, there might be like a sponsorship opportunity in the future where you can like earn monthly money with us, get a certain percentage of the sales too. In the back of my head, I'm like, okay, this ain't gonna work at all. Like, do you know my audience? I show a bunch of children how to make coins on a video game. And then we have some like 40 to 50 year olds watching. I don't think anyone's gonna buy a Manscaped product from me. So then we didn't want to make like videos for it. So what we would do is we'd take ad breaks on stream. I'd be like, all right, guys, watch this 1.5-minute video of me explaining. No, they have to be somewhere. Can someone find it? I would have deleted the physical video from my computer. It'd have to be in the old streams. I'm going to go back. I'm going to look in the descriptions to see if I can find Manscaped in the description of a stream. Oh, dude, I'm going to cringe watching that. It was the worst script in the world. Manscaped. Yeah, no, it's not going to pop up. I'll have to go back and look. Yeah, it'll be in a stream description of like 2 to 3 years ago or something. Hey, no disrespect to the company by any chance. They were fantastic to work with. It was more along the lines of like, I genuinely couldn't tell if it was a troll or not until the products got sent to my house. Because it's like, you know the way that works. It's like, okay, they want to see if they can make sales. They want to see if you're a good person to work with. In my head, I'm like, you're going to get no sales in this industry. And lo and behold, like, they dropped every sponsorship after that. No longer were any FIFA people getting Manscaped sponsorships. All right. We got a pull day today. So I got to go get ready for that. Pre-workout is in my shaker. It'll be in my system shortly. Any questions before we go? We'll be live Tuesday, 4 hours after new content again. We'll do more grinding. We didn't get to the League SBCs today because we opened the hundreds of save packs we had. We'll spam more League SBCs tomorrow to start into building more. But not too bad. We're up to almost 40 so far. Probably build up to 50 as well. What are you doing with your fodder? I just got bullied by my chat to do an icon SBC, so I did an icon SBC. So I guess that's what we're doing with our fodder. Sadly, they are expensive. You can get a Chinese knockoff for a third. I mean, you can get anything for a third Chinese knockoff. I feel like that's true for anything. Holland's doing Norway edits on the timeline. What a man. Qualified. Cold. Who'd you pack? We packed right wing. Portugal. Figo! We told you to do a hero, not an icon. This is a... You guys are not even rage baiting anymore. You're straight gaslighting. This is straight gaslighting. Straight gaslighting from Carlos. I'm going to keep this in mind. You know why this is straight gaslighting? He just said, we told you to do the hero, not the icon. What's this, Carlos? Do the icon. Rats. Oh. Might have to experiment with that, Carlos. Maybe that won't be there tomorrow. This will always be there. This is more than welcome. You can roast me all you want. Make as many jokes as you want. I will always appreciate that being there. Not kidding. I meant hero? Hey, if you meant hero, we can do a hero next time maybe. How much is the hero compared to the icon? What are the squads you need for that? Oh, is a misspell? Yeah, it happens to all of us. I've misspelled plenty of times. I actually misspelled in a middle school spelling bee. And it was an extremely obvious one, and it pissed me off. It was one of those like early rounds where you're like, all right, I can float by. You're hearing all the words people get. They're easily getting by, and then someone will get one wrong, and you're like, oh, I would have gotten that. And then it comes to you, and it's like, your word is... I don't know, what's a word? Your word is... I can't even think of one. Yo, can you tell me in short what to do at the moment, Mumbo? Been away 3 weeks. BB, are you ready? Are you locked in? I would usually tell you to watch a video of the grind. But I'm about to take my pre-workout, so I'm going to be ready to go. So you're going to hear the fastest menu explanation of your life. This is going to be the YouTube short tutorial. Are you guys ready? It's going to be like a automatic, just spitfiring. Mumbu, that's my new nickname. Mumbu. Actually, let's say the word I got in middle school is mumbo. I'm like, easy. M-U-M-B-U. Mumbo. no, you're wrong. And now, because I got that wrong, I now spell it correctly and I made it my username. Is BB even here? He just asked, and I said put in chat if you're ready. He hasn't said anything yet. We're gonna do a tutorial in under 30 seconds. He is ready. All right. Get your stopwatches ready. You ready for this? Okay, I'm going to do a deep breath. The second I exhale and the exhale ends, I'm going to start, okay? Mini grind is the normal mixed league grind. Doing BPM, spamming that into bronze upgrades, putting that into everything. Dailies, obviously get those done. Do premium like we usually do 5 to 10 times if you got the lib and suds ready to go. But instead of doing that when you get 5 to 10 ready to go, we're going to do it instead on the weekends and use all the gold rares, gold commons, untradeable in that. During the start of the week when you have Monday through Friday, repeatable SBC of the 80 plus, we're going to do that. Mixed league grind 5 to 10 times a day using our existing video on the grind. Put those in, all off leagues, put in the upgrades, boom, you're done. Pull up the ad after. He's going to 100% be like, an ad just played. Can you repeat that? I had a 10-second skippable ad. I skipped it after 10 seconds. You're already done talking. If you were confused by that, we have each tutorial in the description step by step if you need help, buddy. We have the Mixed League video. If you haven't seen our Mixed League grind since it's came back out, we have our new menu grind with the mix, how we do the premium with that. It's a really nice way of building up the premium mix. Our bronze spec method video, obviously. We have two actually videos on that. We have the BPM tutorial video, and then we had one yesterday where we literally just, for an hour on stream, did nothing but spam BPM upgrades and club stock to show you guys in real time what everything looked like in terms of our grind that we do. Have TP, check this in slow motion. Yeah, you can take that, put it in slow motion, probably make even less sense. But that's going to be it, guys. Have a good rest of your night. We'll be back on Tuesday. God bless you all, boys. Take it easy. And the one woman watching me, too. I say boys, dudes, ladies and gentlemen. It is lady and gentlemen. There's a single female out there. One. My demographics show that's the case. I can look right now at analytics. The YouTube Shorts, when we make YouTube Shorts, our women audience, like, quadruples, man. It's like 10% women when we do YouTube Shorts. But for some reason, women don't like the lib and sud grind. I've been told that. So, we'll have to answer alt the... Okay. Oh, yeah. We're done, boys. Take it easy. God bless.